Welcome back. Today we're going to review two vintage Seiko watches. Before we begin, please don't forget to click the subscribe button so you don't miss videos like this. Thank you. Now, these two vintage watches I have acquired after I did my state of the collection, and this is inside the dress watch collection, I believe. Maybe I'll do the state of collection by the end of the year, and you would be surprised that it's very different because I've sold a lot of watches. These two watches right here are, in my opinion, the best looking vintage watches. They're not crazy in color like the other Seikos, but these are simple yet very dressy and classic looking. Let's start with this one. This one is a 6309 movement, and let me check the reference number there. 6309-8810. I believe it's only sold in the Japan domestic market. Look at that beautiful dial. It's reminiscent to the 6138-8020 Panda. It's just a classy dress watch, Seiko 5, and it has some rust there. I like to keep it all original. I like to keep it unpolished. Right, that's how it looks. I'm gonna put the size and the measurements here so you can see that. Now let's try it on the wrist. I'm wearing the SPB 143, and I'm just gonna put it here so you can see how far Seiko's come. These vintage Seiko 5s are just beautiful compared to the newer ones. They are much better to my eyes. Look at that. It is a small watch. It is not humongous, yet it has good presence. The shape is same as a Tissot PRX. I don't know if you've seen that. And this is very cheap, very affordable. And I'm not trying to sell you guys. I'm just saying that these old Seiko 5 watches are excellent. 6309 movement, unbeatable. And that look. This is a modern Seiko watch. This is a vintage Seiko 5 watch. It's not a diver, but it's classy. Just want to show you. Right. Still has the lume intact. I'm not sure if I can change the... Oh yeah, I can. Date, yeah, still works. I recently had this serviced. As I've said on the intro, I don't usually wear this watch daily because I think of them as like vintage cars. They're not really the ones that you want to daily drive. They're the ones you want to bring out on special occasion. If you want to keep an accurate time, maybe you get a modern watch. But for these ones, again, it's just for collecting purposes. I mean, you can't really rely on it anymore to be waterproof, to not have some moisture whenever you wash your hands, because those vintage watches have old gaskets on the crystal and on the back. And for me, that's okay, because what you're after here is the dial, the look, the feel of an old watch. But this one looks in pristine condition. Yeah. Next one we have here is the Seiko 5 Actus. 21 jewels, and this is also a Japan domestic market. And if you're wondering what Actus means, it's basically a sub-brand of Seiko, similar to Prospex, Alpinist, or maybe the King Seiko. That's just what it is, and Actus is just another sub-brand of Seiko during that time. And they have a lot of beautiful Actus watches. That dial reminds me of the Omega that I have. It is in great shape. It's like a turtle shape, and it wears very well on the wrist. Oh, let me show you the reference number real quick. 1719 8010. Still has the original bracelet. This one wears better. It looks better on the wrist because of the shape as compared to that this one. I want to show you both of them side by side here. Yeah, they both have distinctive looks that make them unique. But Seiko has a ton of these. There's even a black dial on this one. JDM, the Japan there on the dial. That day wheel. Okay, let's see if it changes date. These movements are serviced and they are... Oh, you have to press. I forgot. Yeah. In order to change the day, you have to press the crown. Oops. Let's see. Yeah. There. Okay. So that's how you do it on this one, because this is a 7019 movement. It's not the same as the 6309 over there. Now, these watches are vintage watches. They're the most worry-free to own, honestly, compared to the Seiko chronographs. Those are also beautiful, but they are a bit of a hard one to maintain because of several more moving parts, especially when you just reset the chrono and it does not reset to 12. It's quite a bit annoying. These ones, you just wear them and you don't have to worry about anything. These movements are basically built to last and they look phenomenal for their age. That's why lately I am not eyeing on purchasing anything new, because these are timepieces that are timeless, and for a price that's not gonna put any hole in my pocket, it is a worthy part of the collection. I'm gonna show a few more vintage watches soon. I have one here and I'm just going to show this to you. I also have here a Seiko Mini Apocalypse. This is a latest watch, 22050760. Yeah, so please don't forget to subscribe if you want to see a review of that, because I'm going to be posting more vintage watches in the upcoming videos, because I have more vintage watches than modern ones, and modern ones are just too expensive to have. Anyway, so that's the video for today, guys. Thank you for watching and I'll see you soon. Stay safe.